The Milwaukee Bucks were just part of one of the worst upsets we've seen in recent NBA history, and unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that upset, being the team that got upset. They were the number 1 seed in the East, and in my opinion, they were like a close second to Boston and even had a chance to win the finals this year, beat Boston, beat the Phoenix Suns. Like, I had them as one of my finals favorites, and, well, that did not happen, obviously. And, like, I just want to talk in this video, like, what the hell happened? Like, the first thing we got to do, I feel like we have to address the elephant in the room, being that, yes, Giannis got injured for, I think, 2 games. He went down in game 1 or game 2, and he missed game 2, and he missed game 3. So, yes, that played a big part in the series because they were up 1-0 when he went down, then it went 1-1, and then it went 2-1 in favor of the Miami Heat, but then he came back. Now, yes, I know when you come back from a back injury, you're probably not 100%, let's be honest. Back injuries nag you for a long time, especially someone that relies on his athleticism and jumping as much as Giannis, and basketball is just a pretty straining sport on your back, so I can definitely see Giannis probably was not 100% when he came back. But still, if we're going to address those injuries, we also have to address the fact that the Miami Heat lost Tyler Hero, who is a huge part to their team, and they lost Victor Oladipo, who's also a fairly large part of their team and was an even bigger part of their team after Hero went down for that short period of time and he saw a bigger role. So it's not like the Miami Heat were at full strength either, and yet they were still able to pretty convincingly beat the Milwaukee Bucks in only 5 games, causing, like I said, one of the biggest upsets we've seen in NBA basketball playoff recent history. And yes, like I said, injuries did play a big part of that, but I don't think it was the whole story. Like, I think it would be a little weak to say the Miami Heat only beat the Bucks because the Bucks weren't fully healthy, because neither were the Heat. Another huge reason was the fact that there was literally just no adjustments made by the Milwaukee Bucks. They literally sat there, watched Jimmy Butler drop 50, absolutely pimp the entire team out, make them his hoes, right? He became an absolute pimp the entire Milwaukee Bucks team out in game 4. He dropped 50. It was insane. He actually dropped 56. And everyone was talking about it. They had about, 3 days, I'm pretty sure, to make adjustments. And then they came back the next day and just let it all happen again, and they got pimped out once again. Jimmy Butler literally babied the entire Milwaukee Bucks roster and pretty much single-handedly won the last 2 games by himself. I think he had 25 in the 4th in game 4, and then he just dropped 42 in game 5 to close it out, which is extremely, extremely impressive. But you know, it's something that probably could have stopped it a little bit is putting your best player and one of the best defensive players in the league in Giannis on Jimmy Butler. That probably would have slowed him down a little bit. But no, of course, the Milwaukee Bucks said, no, we're fine, this is fine, and just decided we're not going to make any adjustments, and we're going to just lose, and that is exactly what happened. So yes, I do understand all the tragic stuff that happened during the season to Mike Budenholzer and his son, I'm pretty sure, or was it his brother? I'm not sure, but I know he did go through a death, which is awful, and I'm not saying that's any way his fault, because it's obviously not. But the fact that there was no other coach, or Giannis didn't come up in the locker room and say, let me guard Jimmy Butler, I'm guarding him, because Kawhi did that actually when they were playing the Milwaukee Bucks. The Toronto Raptors, the year that they won the finals, they were down 2-0 to the Milwaukee Bucks, and then Kawhi in the locker room said, I'm now guarding Giannis, and from there they won 4 straight, and then went on to win the NBA Finals. And obviously nothing like that happened in Milwaukee because they just continually let Jimmy Butler look like LeBron and just absolutely go off. And then the last thing that I really want to get into for this video is going to be that the fact that Jrue Holiday just disappeared. Now, I'm the biggest Jrue Holiday fan there is. He used to be a Pelican, in my opinion, one of the best Pelicans ever lived. I love Jrue Holiday. He's probably one of my favorite players in the entire NBA, okay? There's no bigger Jrue Holiday fan than me. But even I have to admit, he did not have his best series, he only dropped 20 points in one of their games in the entire 5-game series, and he only averaged 17 points per game, 1 steal per game, 8 assists per game, 6 rebounds per game, on a terrible 28% shooting from the 3 and 40% shooting from the field. So he definitely, like I said, just did not have his best series, and you need that in the playoffs. Like, your third best guy can't be only dropping 20 points one time in a 5-game series. And yes, I know he's the third option on offense. Chris Middleton and Giannis are above him, but still, Jrue Holiday had to show more. I know he's great on defense. I know all the things he provides, but 28% from 3 is just not going to cut it, especially when your best player is Giannis, who very much relies on his teammates to spread the floor around him so he gets more open lanes and easier driving lanes as well. So overall, I just think Jrue Holiday putting on an absolute disappearance magic trick to Mike Budenholzer and maybe the whole team as a whole, just not making adjustments and letting Jimmy Butler absolutely spank them the entire series. And then obviously injuries played a fairly big role as well. I think all of that combined really led to this upset happening and the Milwaukee Bucks getting bounced in the first round when a lot of people, including me, had them as some contenders coming out of the Eastern Conference. But unfortunately, guys, that's my first video. So comment below, what do you think led to them? What do you think the biggest reason was? I want your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like, point the like button and subscribe button. I mean, that's the word to me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Because I have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah.